Hey guys, welcome to my channel Elite Wrestling World. My name is GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here on AEW Dynamite post-show review. Dynamite was a very good show tonight. We are just 2 weeks away from Double or Nothing pay-per-view, which is going to be a fantastic event. The show opens and Hangman Page makes his entrance. He says he doesn't understand why we cheer for him after everything he's done. He took from another man his only hopes and dreams, and he nearly killed him. The crowd chants, "Tell us why," and he says the truth is he doesn't know why. He addresses Swerve Strickland directly and says he'll never forget and he'll probably never forgive, but for himself, he'll have to put it behind him. And he decided to enter the Owen Cup, and he defeated Josh Alexander, and last week he defeated Kyle Fletcher. And finally, at Double or Nothing, for a chance at the World Championship, he will wrestle who everyone says is the best wrestler in the world, Will Ospreay. Enter Will Ospreay. He says it's a pleasure to meet the Hangman, and in the same breath he wants to apologize because it's clear that Page has been going through a lot and he understands how much this match means to him. He saw something we haven't seen from Hanger in a very long time. At Double or Nothing, he's not losing, because while Hangman's been trying to find himself, tearing this place apart, Will's close friend Swerve and Ospreay has been doing media, and then the bell rings and he shows that this is where the best wrestle. He understands this is about Hanger's redemption, but it's far too late, and this is really about Will's ascension. They jaw at each other and Don Callis' family shows up on the stage. Will's not having it. Page grabs him by the wrist and peels it off and stares him down. Callis says he'll take any two members and book them in a tag match as long as Hangman doesn't have another mental breakdown before next week. Stokely Hathaway rolls up on Tony with FTR in tow and asks if he has an issue with FTR. Stokes says they issued an apology, but he keeps having negative things to say about them. Tony grabs the microphone and says that's enough and they're trying to do a show here. Stokes shoves him down. FTR circle up around Hathaway and pivoting to cut a promo about how Garcia turned his back on them. Dax tells Tony to tell Nigel they'll see him tomorrow night. Next is Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford versus Thunder Rosa versus Tony Storm. Jay and Ford brawling on the floor. Rosa takes Storm out. Thunder up top. Tornillo wipes everybody out. Megan Bayne saunters down to the ring. She blasts Rosa with a boot, drops Storm with a lariat. Bayne hits a Liger bomb on Jay. Holly Cameron makes the save. She and Megan brawl on the floor. Ford puts Anna in a mute lock, but Tony breaks it up. Tony Storm wins by submission with a cross-faced chicken wing on Penelope Ford. The Hurt Syndicate make their entrance. MVP introduces his associates, and a Top Flight. MJF blindsides Top Flight and lays them out, choking, smearing Dante's blood on his chest and power bombing him into the apron. Max gets in the ring and proclaims in Lashley's face that he hurts people. Bob takes the microphone and says he'll be waiting for MJF next week. Next is Nick Wayne versus Rhino for TV title. Collar and elbow. Rhino shoves him down. Christian gives him a brief pep talk. Right hands from the man-beast. Big shoulder block. Rhino with a big spine buster for 2. Wayne gets him with underhooks. Nick Wayne wins by pinfall with a kill switch, retaining the title. Post-match, Nick wants his title back, but Christian refuses and dropping it at Nick's feet. Next is Mark Briscoe, Speedball and Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet and Young Bucks. Ricochet and Strickland to start. Tags made. Bailey is in. Speedball kicks on Nicholas. Spanish Fly on Matthew, but Ricochet breaks it up. Match breaks down. Swerve with a house call. Babyface is taken over. Froggy Bow. Nicholas breaks IT up. Nicholas slides in and catches Swerve. Ricochet and Young Bucks win by pinfall with a small package from Nick on Swerve. Renee interviews Will Ospreay backstage. MJF interrupts. Will asks why he's here, and MJF says he genuinely hopes Ospreay wins the Owen and goes to All in Texas and wins his world title. Ospreay says if it's that easy, why wasn't he in the Owen? Max says when they wrestle again we'll find out nobody's on the level of the devil. Ospreay pulls him and says he's Will Ospreay and he is on another level. Renee sit-down interview with Jamie Hayter. She says she be damned if she lets Mercedes win the Owen. She doesn't have her accolades, but she does have integrity, grit and truth. Mercedes attacks from nowhere and they brawl off down. Mone locks the statement maker in. Kevin Knight makes his entrance and Rush blindsides him and beats him down. Mike Bailey makes the save. Next is Okada versus Kevin Knight. Okada spikes Knight with a DDT out the gates. Trading elbows, big flapjack from the Rainmaker. Kevin mounts a comeback, UFO splash, the knees are up. Okada uppercut, missile dropkick cuts Knight out of midair. Okada wins by pinfall with a Rainmaker. It's main event time. Claudio versus Samoa Joe. Collar and elbow, struggling into the corner. Claudio breaks dirty with a cheap shot. Joe locks the coquina clutch in, but Claudio gets himself into the ropes. Samoa with the big rock bottom. Running boot against the barricade. Joe with the snap scoop power slam. Samoa Joe wins by submission with the coquina clutch. Post-match, Joe is ready for the Death Riders. Hobbs arrives to back his pal. They set the chair up and Joe smashes Claudio into it. That's the show, folks. Please guys like and share this video, subscribe to my channel and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.